Hey everyone! Today, we are diving into a topic that might surprise you. Vitamin B12 deficiency isn't just a vegetarian's problem. It's a complex issue with a lot of hidden factors that can affect anyone, regardless of their diet. So, grab your snacks and let's explore the lesser-known reasons why your B12 levels might be falling, and how you can keep them in check. First things first, let's bust the myth that B12 deficiency is only a concern for those who don't eat meat. While it's true that B12 is primarily found in animal products like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy, the real issue lies in the process of digestion and absorption. You see, B12 needs a specific helper protein called intrinsic factor to be absorbed properly. Conditions like certain medications, previous digestive surgeries, autoimmune issues, or even aging can disrupt this process, leading to deficiency, even if you're eating all the right foods. Now, here's a mind-blower. Your diet might not even be the primary culprit. B12 is a tricky nutrient because the body only needs a tiny amount, but absorbing it is a complex process. It's stored in the body for a long time, so deficiency can creep up on you. You might eat a B12-rich diet for years and still end up with a deficiency due to malabsorption. This is where things get interesting. The journey of B12 starts with digestion, where it's released from food with the help of stomach acid and then grabs onto intrinsic factor. If anything disrupts this process, like an atrophied stomach lining or a lack of intrinsic factor, you're in trouble, no matter how much steak you're chowing down on. One significant condition that blocks B12 absorption is pernicious anemia, an autoimmune disorder where the immune system attacks the stomach cells that make intrinsic factor. This means your body can't absorb B12, even if your diet is on point. Symptoms can be subtle, like feeling tired, weak, or a bit forgetful, which can easily be written off as stress or aging. But here's the kicker. Pernicious anemia often occurs alongside other autoimmune conditions, and it's a major cause of B12 deficiency, according to the NHS. Now, let's talk about the gut. Digestive health is crucial for B12 absorption. Conditions like celiac or Crohn's disease can damage the small intestine, interrupting nutrient absorption. Past surgeries, especially those involving the stomach or intestines, also put people at risk. If you've had persistent stomach troubles or a history of GI surgery, it's a red flag. Just improving your diet won't fix the issue. You need to address absorption itself. Medications can also quietly undermine B12 levels. For example, metformin, a common diabetes medication, often lowers B12 levels over time. Long-term use of proton pump inhibitors and other stomach acid reducers can also interfere with absorption. This doesn't mean you should stop your medications, but it's a good reason to get your nutritional status checked if you've been taking them for years, especially if you're experiencing symptoms like fatigue, numbness, or weakness. Aging is another sneaky factor. As we get older, stomach acid production drops, and the process of releasing and absorbing B12 breaks down. Older adults may have perfectly adequate diets and still wind up with a deficiency. Early symptoms like feeling drained, foggy, or weak can be easily blamed on age or a busy life, but they might actually be a sign of B12 deficiency. Now, let's talk about some less obvious causes. Alcohol abuse can undermine nutrient absorption, including B12. And there are some genuinely unusual causes, like the recreational use of nitrous oxide, which can inactivate your body's B12, creating a deficiency even when you're eating plenty. The National Institute for Health and Care Excellence, NICE, emphasizes that these less discussed causes matter, too. Symptoms of B12 deficiency can be frustratingly vague at first: chronic tiredness, weakness, trouble concentrating, or memory slips. Since B12 is critical for nerves, it can also cause numbness, tingling, or balance problems, even without anemia. These problems can easily be dismissed as life noise, but they're important to address. Left untreated, B12 deficiency can cause nerve damage, some of which cannot be reversed, so a timely diagnosis is crucial. So, who should be concerned about B12 deficiency? Well, vegetarians and vegans need to be mindful, as they do need fortified foods or supplements. But plenty of other groups need vigilance, too. People with gut disorders, a history of GI surgery, pernicious anemia, or those regularly taking medications that impair absorption, alongside most older adults. The takeaway: B12 deficiency isn't just a diet issue. It's about how much you eat, how much you absorb, what medications you're on, and what's happening medically that you might not even be aware of. If you're experiencing persistent fatigue, unexplained tingling, muscle weakness, balance issues, or changes in thinking or memory, don't dismiss it as stress, aging, or being too busy. Don't self-diagnose or ignore it. See a healthcare professional who can order the relevant blood tests, figure out the root of the problem, and address it head-on. Remember, knowledge is power, and early detection can make a world of difference. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.